Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. My name is Nurul Wahida binti Zainol and I am from Polytechnic Sultan Azan Shah. Today I'm going to present a paper on understanding the relationship between teachers' beliefs and practices of correcting errors in language classroom. I have divided my presentation into three parts. Okay, let's take a look at the first part. Okay, what is teacher's belief? Teacher's belief means belief that teachers hold related to their professional practices. And how do these beliefs affect teachers' belief system? Basically, it will filter new knowledge and experience and guide thinking and action of the respective teachers. According to Birello 2012, it is very important to identify and understand teachers' beliefs and perspective before any intended changes in an education system is or are executed. Breen et al. 2001 and Richards et al. 2001 added that changes in teaching practices have to accommodate to teachers' personalized teaching principle, for example, an implementation of new curriculum or adoption of new teaching approaches. Okay, now let's talk about error correction. What is the meaning of error correction? It refers to an indication to the learners that their use of the target language is incorrect. Thus, corrections are provided. Besterkman et al. 2004 and Brown 2009 mentioned that teachers' view and practice of error correction reflect their notion of how language is learned. So, past studies have shown various findings on teachers' beliefs about error correction. For example, Bestuckman et al. 2004 mentioned that error correction interrupts lessons flow. It should be done only if it affects understanding and corrected by students themselves. However, both Balihizadeh and Reza E. 2010 felt that teachers are responsible for correcting errors because learners are linguistically incompetent and peer correction is psychologically inappropriate. Therefore, immediate corrections are necessary even it disturbs the communication flow, for example, influenced by friends, former teachers, and language learning experience. So in conclusion, the studies mentioned earlier show that teachers have various beliefs about error correction. Some teachers hold beliefs that are facilitative for language learning, but some beliefs are found to be contradicting. Hence, this study aims to explore the lecturers' beliefs and practices of error correction in relation to their broader beliefs about spoken language instruction. To do so, the following research questions were sought after. Number one, how do the lecturers' beliefs shape the practices of correcting errors? And number two, what can be described about the relationship between beliefs and practice within in the context of the study? As this study employed a case study research design, the respondents were purposefully selected based on three criteria. Number one, having at least 4 years of teaching English language. Number two, having taught English courses in Polytechnic for at least 4 semesters. And number three, having bachelor degree in TESOL at minimum, so they were equipped with academic knowledge about pedagogies, teaching methods and principles of language learning, and teaching for English in L2 context. 4 lecturers were identified, and the research site of this study was a local polytechnic. The current study employed multiple sources of data collection, namely semi-structured interview, classroom observations, and stimulated recall interview. Multiple sources of data are useful for triangulation, such as observational data and teaching document and materials, which ensures the validity of a qualitative study. Now, let's move on to part 2, results and discussion. Research question number 1. How do the lecturers' beliefs shape their teaching practices of correcting errors? Generally, all respondents agreed that errors made by students should be corrected because it indicates problems in language learning and facilitates L2 development. Teacher is responsible to correct learners' errors and learners could learn accurate forms from friends. Furthermore, psychological factors should also be considered when correcting errors. As for the practice, the respondent did correct their students' errors, which reflected in their teaching strategies, timing, and types of errors. 2 strategies were employed. The first one is recast, which was less direct, implicit, and less effective. The other one is explicit correction, with or without metalinguistic explanation. Moving on to research question number 2, what can be described about the relationship between beliefs and practice? We found out that beliefs and practice are congruent, which means the respondents practice what they believe in. According to Pajares 1992 and Rokish 1968, this is due to the nature of beliefs that are formed in interconnected networks. For example, beliefs about grammar instruction and beliefs about the purpose of teaching English, which later build the confidence level. However, the interconnection of beliefs components at some point shows that beliefs and practice can be conflicting too. The result indicated that the belief itself can change. The belief's stability is affected through complex interactions between individuals in context and with various environments they belong to. This is according to Vogt 1991. According to Borg 2006 and Richard and Lockett 1996, teachers have to modify their beliefs to accommodate the context and result in incongruence between beliefs and practice. The conclusion is belief and practice of error correction can be both congruent and conflicting. This is due to the nature of beliefs. Beliefs also may change over time, induced by someone superior or significant others. Apart from that, teachers' beliefs are very complex, dynamic in communication with other belief networks and require a deeper investigation on a wider belief system. So for the implication, if changes intended on the lecturers, Polytechnic needs to consider these beliefs and design the types of programs and trainings that enrich their knowledge on error correction. So that's all from me. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. Assalamualaikum.